Greetings. In the years 535-522 BC, the tyrant Polycrates ruled on the island of Samos. There was no more successful ruler in the world. His army conquered all the cities on land. A huge fleet robbed all passing merchants. The legend says that he was very friendly with the Egyptian king Amasis, as the Greeks called Pharaoh Amos II. And one day, Polycrates received a letter from Amasis. The Egyptian king, who knew in life both success and adversity, wrote to Polycrates, "Friend, I am glad for your happiness, but I remember that fate is changeable, and the gods are envious. And I am afraid that the more cloudless your happiness, the more terrible your misfortune will be later." Everything needs a measure, and joys must be balanced by sorrows. So take my advice. Take what you love the most and give it up. Perhaps, with a little grief, you will avert a great misfortune from yourself. Polycrates was a tyrant, but he remembered that the world is ruled by law, and law is a measure, and he realized that his friend was right. He had a favorite emerald ring in a gold setting with a seal of amazing carvings. He put this ring on his finger, boarded the ship, and sailed out to sea. Here he removed the ring from his finger, waved his hand, and, in front of his companions, threw it into the waves. Several days passed, and a fisherman came to the court of Polycrates. "I caught a fish of unprecedented size and decided to bring it to you as a gift, Polycrates." Polycrates generously endowed the fisherman and sent the fish to the kitchen. And suddenly the slave who cut the fish cried out with joy. The emerald ring of Polycrates flashed from the belly of the fish. He returned to his master. The amazed Polycrates wrote to Amasis about this and received the following answer. "Friend, I see that the gods are against you. They do not accept your sacrifices. A small misfortune has not befallen you, so expect a big one. And from now on, I break off friendship with you so as not to be tormented, seeing how a friend whom I am powerless to help will suffer." And a great misfortune soon came to Polycrates. After the death of King Cambyses, power in the Persian Empire was briefly seized by an impostor who pretended to be the youngest son of King Cyrus the Great, Bardia. The Persian governor of Lydia, Oroit, set out to raise an uprising against him in order to seize power in Persia himself. But he feared that Polycrates would oppose him. He could not attack Samos because Polycrates had a huge fleet and Oroetes did not have warships. Then Oroit went to the trick. He started negotiations with Polycrates so that he would enter into an alliance with him, promising to give him half of his treasures in return. The incredulous Polycrates sent his trusted servant to see how great the treasures of the satrap of Lydia were. The cunning Oroit ordered 8 large chests to be filled almost to the top with stones, and sprinkled with gold coins and precious stones on top. Oroit himself opened the chests before the messenger of Polycrates, who was very pleased with what he saw. The greedy Polycrates agreed to meet with Oroites. The daughter of Polycrates begged her father not to go. "I had a bad dream," she said. "I saw that you were floating between heaven and earth, and the sun anointed you, and Zeus washes." But Polycrates did not believe women's dreams. "Beware," he said to his daughter, "I'll come back as if nothing had happened, and I'll keep you in girls all my life for repeating unkind words on my way." "Oh, if only it could be so," the daughter replied. So, not listening to his daughter, Polycrates with a large retinue went to a meeting with Oroetes, which was to be held in the coastal city of Lydia, Magnesia. The insidious Oroet punished Polycrates with such a cruel execution that Greek historians did not even dare to describe it. According to rumors, Oroit either impaled Polycrates and crucified his corpse, or crucified the living Polycrates, and he died on the cross. In any case, the dream of Polycrates' daughter came true. His corpse hung on the cross, moisture came out of it under the sun's rays, and Zeus's rains washed away the dust from it. Oddly enough, but the Hellenes, who suffered from Polycrates, glorified the Lydian satrap. They say, how cleverly he put an end to the most famous sea robber without a war. However, the Persians believed that Oroit acted dishonorably, and thereby discredited not only himself, but also cast a shadow on all the Persians in general. Now the Samians, and not only them, will think that the Persians prefer to defeat the enemy with cunning rather than courage. And Polycrates' ring 500 years later was shown in the collection of the Roman Emperor Augustus. Times were different, and he seemed to be one of the simplest and cheapest in it. Goodbye.